Fu was not looking forward to this mission at all, but what choice did he have? He had to protect the council's best interests, and it was not in anyone's interest to have a woman join their ranks, a woman whose opinion the emperor seemed to respect, sometimes even above Fu's. That couldn't happen. He sat in the back of the carriage with their supplies, a week's worth of food, notes, and blankets. How could he humiliate Mulan in the emperor's eyes? He let out a sigh and opened one of his writing books to record some ideas. It was growing dark, and the light in his lantern was growing dim. He couldn't read in such lighting. Of course he couldn't. The lantern was so dirty. He took out the candle. There, much better. But as the rain grew heavier, it became difficult to read amid the sound of water splashing under the wheels. The carriage trundled over an uneven plot in the road, and Fu rocked forward in his seat, accidentally dropping his candle. The flame touched the stack of papers stuck inside Mulan's empty notebook. Let them burn, Fu thought, until something else caught his eye. The map! The edges were singed, and the rest were quickly burning up. Cursing under his breath, Fu hastily tried to stomp out the fire with his foot, but the flames spread quickly, and Fu let out a terrified squeal. "Help!" he shouted. "Help!" Smoke coiled out of the window, and Mulan, Shang stopped the carriage in alarm. Shang pulled Fu out into the road so hard that his back landed on the soaked ground. Fortunately, it was raining heavily. It wasn't long before Mulan and Shang put out the fire, but the damage was done. The map was ruined, and Shang was eyeing Fu as if he'd done it on purpose. Chang wouldn't dare say so out loud, of course, but Fu recognized the look. "How dare you glare at me that way, Captain General?" Shang corrected him. "It was an accident," Fu alleged. "Why would I stoop so low as to burn our only map?" Shang gave him a hard look. It was clear the general didn't believe him, but he let him go. Fu grumbled to himself and bemoaned his scorched sleeves and the smell that now permeated the carriage cabin. As he snuffed a spark on one of his whiskers, he felt a hint of guilt at having sabotaged their mission. Sure, he had wanted to find a way to unseat Mulan, but the fire had been an accident. It wasn't like he wanted to be stuck on the road for who knew how long with this company. He looked around the countryside. Still, perhaps it was for the best. If Mulan couldn't complete a task as simple as retrieving China's precious silkworms from a flood, then she'd be deemed too incompetent for her role at the emperor's side and ousted from the council. Perfect. "Well, Fa Mulan," Fu said, "which way do we go now? Left or right?" "Left," Mulan said, after a moment's pause. "Or is it right?" She gritted her teeth, clearly uncertain. Then she closed her eyes as if visualizing the map and drew a deep breath. "It's left. We'll make through the hills to stay above the water. There's another path to the city. We follow this road." "If you're sure, then lead the way," Fu gestured, pretending to defer to his fellow council member. Then, when she and General Li turned back to driving the carriage, he leaned back against the seat and hid a smile. Maybe this would be easier than he thought.